Right, that's us. We're away again. Number, what is it, 28, I think?
20,
Finally,
28.
after this debacle that has been my morning, try to sort this shit out.
I've had a good time.
Mate, nobody's had a good time.
It's
Nobody.
been a struggle, boys. It's been a struggle.
Fucking Jesus, mate. So, for everybody listening, because of the coronavirus and we're self-isolating and that, we're having to do this remotely. And as a result, Banjo's had to learn how to use a computer this morning. And it has been the biggest pain in my arse I've ever had to deal with. I'm pretty certain I could teach a 5-year-old Wayne quicker than what it's been to teach Banjo how to do
Hey,
it.
well, I've had to download like 3 apps. I've got the fucking laptop running. I've got my phone sitting here.
It's not a laptop. It's not a laptop, sorry.
I thought it was a laptop.
I asked you, do you have a laptop? And you're like, aye. No, you've got a Chromebook.
It's the same thing. It's got a keyboard. It's got a screen. It's got a keyboard.
It's not even
It doesn't have
the same thing.
it doesn't have delete on the keyboard. I was like, press Control Alt Delete. Doesn't have delete.
It's dual purpose.
It's not. It's shite.
It is. It's dual purpose. It flips around. The keyboard
So-
flips around into the screen.
Well, that's great.
So for
So I've
There's
got
a lot of
everybody
favour.
listening, if I'm going to try and sort out the audio in that later to make it a bit better. It will be a bit worse than usual, but hopefully it won't be too bad. Like I say, this is our first time doing it
Yeah.
remotely, and I'll do my best with it. But if it's a bit worse than normal, then he'll be a dick about it. is
Seems
what
to
I'm
be.
saying.
Seems to be
Okay.
alright.
Oh, listen to the fucking tech. Did you say we're here? There's downloaded 3 apps.
Hey,
and no Ken's
I've
about
got my
sound,
phone.
sound engineering.
Elastic banded to this fucking mic. I know what I'm doing.
I think it's pretty evident for
Mate,
pa-
fucking Microsoft's got to be on the phone in 10 minutes asking you for a
for
fucking...
the past hour and a half. I can certainly say you have no fucking idea what you're doing.
We should do this more often though,
Bruh.
because like I'm on my wee fishing chair in the
No.
green
No,
room
no,
with
I'm not doing this.
with a
every
blanket
podcast,
over
Banjo.
me, and like
I think I'm going to have a fucking aneurysm if we do
I
this
like
every
it,
week.
man. I like it. It could be this for the next 2 weeks. Well, it will be. Won't it?
At least 2
Aye.
weeks. Hopefully not too much longer than
I
that.
hope
but
it gets
So
on.
what's-
like I say,
Yeah,
we're just going to have to play it by ear and see how it goes.
Aye.
And just fucking take it from there.
well, we're hoping that if this can go on all right, we can maybe use this so that we don't have to just get guests round. It should be easier to be like, oh, like can we like Bubba and that and Caitlin
Aye.
up in Aberdeen, rather than having to wait for like a time that they're free, we can get a hold of them like at home. It doesn't have to be when they're down the road or like coming round to see us.
Yeah.
Which should be a lot handier,
Hopefully.
especially for like a Sam that was got to be coming on, but he just didn't get the time when he was over for Japan
Aye.
last time. So
It'll just be a case of if they've got like a decent enough mic or whatever.
yeah,
But we can work that out and see.
yeah,
Like I say, we were talking about it before we started. I'm fully expecting this to be unfucking usable.
yeah.
Like, something will go wrong. Banjo will have not hit record or something, and it'll just be
Oh,
fine.
am I meant to press
But-
record? I thought you used it for me.
Banjo,
you
shut
you
the
better
fuck
be
up.
taking the piss.
No, I'm happy. I like it.
Mate, self-isolation or no, I will come in your bed and take the fuck out of you.
I'm looking on my screen.
That's the kind of mood... Mate, that's the kind of mood I'm in
It's
right now.
saying-
Just
It's saying I'm 3 minutes in. I've got the record button playing, and I've got the wee bars for the sound.
Right,
that's great.
cool.
I'm on.
Congrats. You're a sound
I know I
engineer.
am.
How
I've
am I-
got my
How
mic
am
set
I
up.
on like? I'm on like 3 minutes and 40, and you're on like 3 minutes 30.
I'm 3 minutes 43, 4, 5.
Aye, it's fine. It's fine.
All right,
I'll sync it
that's
up.
fine.
Chill.
Hoggle it. Don't worry about it, mate.
Aye. Trust me, the less you can do, the better.
I've done enough. I
The,
think,
the
for
less
day.
input you can have to this process,
I
the smoother it should be
basically
for
ran this
everybody involved.
organisation.
Mate, if you were in charge, we wouldn't have anything. We wouldn't have a Facebook page if you were in
Aye.
charge. Never mind a fucking podcast.
He'd just be like standing in the park, being like, "I'm a piece of shit. Do you want to be my pal?"
Aye.
Listen to our podcast.
Oh. But doing it from a safe
It's not
distance because we're in
It
self-isolation.
wouldn't be a podcast. To be fair, it would literally just be you in the
It would be a
in the
conversation.
park like a hobo, like.
I keep getting told that at work.
What, that you look like a
well,
hobo?
Ken, when you take a piece bag. Well, mine's
Uh-huh.
like a Tesco's bag, just like a Tesco's carrot, the 10p ends, and I put up.
Aye, so's mine.
Well, but I walk about with it everywhere. Like, see how you've got your trimming bay. Like, I'll keep mine in there and then walk through to close modes with it if I'm going through. So I'm constantly carrying about this bag, and like the boss.
Why?
Because I get
Why
hungry.
do you not just leave?
Nah,
Why do you not? Why do you not just leave it in your bay where you're working?
I'm getting the toilet. I might get hungry on the way, so I'll take my
Aye.
piece with me.
And the
What? Might get a craving for a packet of crisps while I'm taking a shit.
The boss gun's mental.
What?
Me for it, like.
I'm not surprised.
What? Why don't you just leave it? You've got like a changing room or something.
How
you
have
know?
you
Aye,
not been
but
fired?
I don't want to keep running back in there every 2 minutes to grab like a biscuit and like a can of juice.
How much do you
Fucking
eat in a
Honestly,
day?
like £20 at the shop.
You can't eat much.
I eat hunters.
mate. Look at
Constant.
the size
I know,
of you.
it's constant, man. Like,
I mean, heroin does make you a bit skinnier. I'll give you that.
Yeah, that's true.
That'll shave the pounds off.
The new weight loss program for the summer. Heroin.
Smack.
It does what Slimming World can't.
you notice with the folks, see
Sounds
when
your-
folk take coke and that, and then they actually come off it and they put on the hooray weight. It's like, Jesus Christ, man, come back on the coke. You're fat as fuck.
No.
It happens with smoking as
Aye.
well. Like when you stop smoking, you start eating a lot
You
more.
start getting podgy because smoking's a hunger suppressant.
Yeah.
I dread to think how much I'd eat if I didn't smoke. Because I eat near constantly. Which, I mean, to be fair, it shows. But can.
Aye. Oh well. So how's the isolation going, Banjo?
It's driving me fucking
We're, what,
mental.
5 days
Honestly,
in?
man, it feels like 3 months.
For just so that everybody's aware, it's what, Friday the 27th?
This is Friday
so-
today. But you'll be hearing this on Monday.
Yeah. Monday. So yeah.
Because
So you've been in isolation for what, 5 days, Banjo?
4, maybe. 3.
4?
Again.
How's it going?
It's shit, man.
Just wanking
honestly,
yourself into oblivion.
I've got Pornhub Premium. That's free.
Shout
I know,
out
Thank
Pornhub.
you for that. I've literally used. I know why folk were buying fucking ball grow now. It wasn't to wipe your arse. It's for your fucking cum. That's what it is. Like,
it's for ripping the heat off it.
aye.
Oh, the wanking folk are
Yes,
dead now.
That's why they were panic buying. I couldn't understand, and then I realised, like, oh fuck, I can't keep coming on these fucking towels. Like, so
Fucking Jesus, man.
I really hope your mum overhears part of this conversation
Aye.
and comes in.
I was just going to say that.
Oh, she shouted at me the other day. She was like, "Oh, you're not fucking learning to tap. No, you're not learning to tap." It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then they listen to the podcast about me and Kev. So, because I tell
Nice.
them I fell
Are
off
you
a
not
curb.
can you not learn to tap? What?
Like when I got my fit picked.
Aye, when Kev fucked up his foot.
Oh, right.
Aye.
You should learn to tap it
Yeah.
and stop being a
I'm
fucking
I'm not a
idiot.
bitch. I'm
No,
not
you
learning to tap.
Yeah, you're a wee bit.
You definitely are.
Fuck yous.
Fuck yeah. So what else have you been up to? Have you broke isolation yet, or are you still just
He
chilling?
did. There's no fucking way he stayed in the house.
He's definitely broke.
I had
for
somebody ask me to come round last night, and I was like, fuck. My mum's not letting me anywhere. Like, what do I...
Good. Shout out, Mandy.
She's
Shout
like, you
out.
will kill me if you go out. And I was like,
That's what Emma said about you coming round and
I know, but I thought she
because
would.
he'll fucking kill me. Because I texted that to Kev. I was like, I need to drop the mic off for Banjo to pick up at your bit, and he's like, he's not getting in the house.
Aye, he came round yesterday to pick it up, sat in his car outside, and I sat like about 2 meter away on the fucking pavement away from him. I was like,
Just
nah, not-
fully
I'll risk it.
extended the mic arm to him and be like, take it for that.
Aye.
Nah, just fuck it.
That'd be great for social distancing, man. Just use one of these mic arms and just swing it about you all the time and be like, keep the fuck away from me, or you're gonna get a sore head and the coronavirus.
Fuck's
I had,
Boris Johnson's got it. That's
I was
class.
walking my dog
Aye.
yesterday, and there was this junkie that came up to me, like me and my dad, and she was like, "Oh, that's a lovely dog," and that. And Dad was like, "Ah, he's not friendly." And here she's trying to come in and pet him, and like one of the dogs has gone fucking mental, like try to bite her. And I was like, "Oh, that's 2 meter rule there for you." Right.
And you're like, oh, it was love at first sight.
She was like, "Ah, it's
Nice.
not friendly, is it?" I was like, "We just said that." And she was away. She
Cool.
was away to pick
I
up
know.
her meth.
Did you get her a lift?
Nice.
I took the meth off her and robbed her.
Set the dog in her and robbed her meth. Needed something to do while I was
Took her
sitting at home.
dentures too. Fuck her.
Fucking hell. Have you seen the fucking queues to get in the shops and that? It's fucking
Well,
mental,
that
isn't
is
it?
It's quality. It's about fucking... Mate, folk in this area aren't taking it seriously, and
Okay.
it's really doing my fucking head in.
It's folk that are like, oh, you coming out in that? And I'm like, no.
Are you coming out? No, I'm
Get-
fucking not, and neither are you.
Oh, we're all going for a drink at this person's house. Not here, no. You fucking shouldn't be, you fucking
Need me
idiots.
bother, or I'll be phoning the fucking police.
Aye. Apparently they were breaking up like barbecues and shit like
I
that as
full
well.
think they're on fuck.
Because it's been quite good. It's been quite nice weather this
the
week.
first
So.
fucking time since like fucking the year 2000 that we've had like a decent March in that. So
Aye.
everybody's like, fuck it, I'm on lockdown. Ken,
Taps off.
sun's out, taps off. Boom, we're away swimming.
Aye.
Get in the fucking house, you
No.
rat.
Aye. That's what annoys me. See, you speak to folk when obviously this isn't happening, and they're always like, "Oh, Ken, I just want to stay in the house. I can't be fucked out to work. Can't be fucked doing anything." And now you tell them that they didn't have to go to work, and all they have to do is sit in the house,
They can't
and they're like, "Oh no, I want to go out."
See
Fuck
the amount
off,
of
sit in
folk
the
have
fucking house and
climbed
stop being a
Skrill
prick.
in the last week, man. Like,
Oh, there's a fucking queue down Skrill, man. Versus Tesco's. It's unreal.
yeah.
I was up at the chemist like last week, man. It took me like half an hour because they're only letting like one in at a time.
Aye, fuck that.
And
man. I was quite.
well, apparently they've got like 3 times the orders they would normally have because
Aye.
folk are panic buying their fucking medicine. And you're like, what are
Aye.
you doing? Like,
I mean, medicine's a bit different, but
no, it's not though. Because coronavirus isn't going to make your arthritis worse. You know what I mean? I could understand folk being like, I'd rather have another inhaler there just in case. Aye, fair enough. But they've got 3 times the normal stuff that they would have. Because folk are
but I think it's maybe a case of they're worried that it might close down or something, or they might not be able to get hold of it, right? Which, like, you could say the same about supermarkets and food and stuff, but a pharmacy's a bit different.
No, I genuinely think it's just folk being like, I might get corona, so I'm going to need these fucking hemorrhoid pills.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you think I'd
knows,
be
man.
able to go on paragliding?
I was quite.
Aye.
Mm,
I mean,
no. You should know.
Aye, but you're one exercise a day. Like, I'll be climbing up, like, Skrill and then flying myself.
You've just said all of the people.
Well, I'm
like,
using
aye.
Skrill as an example. Like, I would go on somewhere else. Like, we need to go.
Criffle.
I'd climb to the top of the tree, jump off
That's dad about the roof.
without the paraglider.
Just walks to the top of the glen and just jumps.
Couple of feathers in there. No, do you think I'd be able to go on, or do you think that's kind of frowned upon?
You probably could.
I
You
dunno.
probably could, to be fair, actually.
Because I would be with my dad, and I'd be up in the air myself.
Aye, true.
Like, if the police are
That's
chasing
social
me,
dis-
I don't know.
That's
mate.
social distancing, being 50 feet up in the air.
like...
know what I mean? That's
Aye.
committing, actually.
Aye.
Fuck knows, man. Try it and see, and let us kind of if we get
I
arrested.
don't
next
I
want
don't
time.
know if you
fine,
could or not.
Aye, the fine. How much
Thir-
is the fine? If you're not doing
I
it.
£30.
don't know.
And then it goes
Depends how
up
much,
to
depends how
1,000.
much you a prick
Aye.
here.
I think it's 1,000 for a second
Aye.
offence, and then it's unlimited. Aye.
Mate, there's got to be a lot of fucking money made round about here off folk. Because nobody's
Aye.
doing as their tell it that.
It's a fucking joke,
It's
man.
ridiculous. Like, I
Right.
didn't understand how folk are failing to grasp this. Like, it's for essentials. Like, if you
Ken,
need
what
food for the
the
house,
thing
you can
is-
go out. But then he'd be coming out
Aye.
getting fucking compost and bird feed. You fucking idiot.
Aye.
Care what I mean? Oh, I'm just
Ken,
going
what-
to go into this fucking crowded shop, buy some paint so I can read in the living room. No. Sit
Aye.
down, watch telly and shut the fuck up. Read a book. Do yoga in your house.
Aye.
Fucking idiot.
I've started yoga.
Is
Cool.
that to
Is that your hobby?
My
is that to try and help your fucked up legs for not getting how to tap it? It's more it's physiotherapy.
Aye, aye.
Aye.
I've
We
not
got an email this morning, like the fire did. It was apparently
you've got to
well,
go and help out.
yeah, it's for like ambulances and stuff. So like we could be phoned to like drive the ambulance or go and pick up like dead bodies and everything.
Nice.
But then the boys read. He got an email later on. He was saying that it only applies to England and Wales. Scotland are in talks with doing it the new, and realistically, I would imagine in the next day or two, we'll probably be doing the same. Because they were asking us like, "Oh, are you up for like? Would you be alright to go and cover other stations if folk end up ill? Are you alright to go in and like cover them to keep fire engines on the run, basically to keep folk in the stations?" And I'm like, sound
Nah.
whatever, man. I'm not going to Langham though.
Okay,
I don't know. I don't know why I
fuck
said
that.
Langham because I was just like, I didn't actually care where Langham is. Yeah, look,
They have
right,
the
where's,
fucking. what is it?
where's Langham? Tell me where it is. What town's near it?
That yin, mate. It's near. Oh, what's it called? Fucking. It's near.
Moffat, Thornhill, Gretna. You didn't care. You don't know. You don't know
It's
where it is.
colloquially known as the Muckleton. There you go. I ken that. It's near fucking
See, you didn't
Arkleton.
care.
That's it. That's what I
Right,
was
so
thinking of. It's near
What
Arkleton. mate.
direction do you drive?
for CD.
Aye.
Air.
No, you gan like out to Dumfries
Mhm.
and then like out past Heath Hall a bit and then hanging right and you're in the right way. Past Lockerbie. Aye. Just past Lockerbie.
Is that where it is?
Yeah.
I had in my head it was like
North
Annan
of Gretna.
direction.
North of Gretna. It's north of Gretna.
Like somewhere between it was like the other side of Gretna or something. You know what I mean?
Ah, well, it's north of Gretna. It's the other side of Lockerbie from CD.
I've never been to the bit in my life.
Aye.
But
But
I anyway,
fuck knows.
I did like so.
See,
we're
Boris
talking about
Johnson's
this
got
other
I know.
coronavirus.
and I was like, I'm not going to fucking Langham because I didn't care what the fuck it is.
I know Boris picked it up.
I think that's a publicity stunt.
Not being
I
self-isolating.
think that's a publicity
How's
stunt.
the
What's
I
going on
think
with
he's
the
trying to
audience?
How do you
say,
mean?
oh, if
What?
Yeah?
What's wrong with the audio?
Oh no, it went kind of funny in my logs for a while.
Alright,
no,
cool.
I think
like
it's a
I know
publicity stunt. I think he's
15,
just saying that
41.
like he's got it, so you could be
Just
like,
for a laugh.
well, I'm
Just for
self-isolating,
shits and
so
gigs.
everyone else can kind of thing. If Boris can do it, we can all do it. Woo!
Yeah, if this multi-millionaire can do it, we can all do it. That's what pisses me off on social media is when I see these fucking celebrities that are like, I'm self-isolating as well. And I'm like, aye, in your £30 million
Did-
house
did you
with
see-
40 rooms, a pool table and a
Did you
fucking
see Sam
swimming pool.
Smith?
Oh,
Sam Smith
aye.
greeting
He was
about
greeting
it.
about it.
It's like,
He
mate,
needs to fuck off.
Fuck
mate,
off.
try and
Or-
be in this fucking
What is
fucking
Sam
3
Smith?
bedroom.
Try come live with my mother and father.
Hey, with fucking 3 dogs, like it's chaos, man.
Sam Smith's like non-binary, right? So is he like a? Is
I
that
don't,
like
I don't
a
give a fuck
Zim?
what he is.
I don't know what that means.
Well, neither do I. That's why I'm asking.
I don't care.
Let me Google it. This is the advantage of me
He doesn't
saying
ken.
non-binary.
He doesn't get. Well, Sam Smith doesn't follow a binary gender or something.
He's a folder.
He needs to
A
fuck.
non-binary person is someone who does not identify as exclusively a man or a woman. In really simple terms, someone who is non-binary might feel like a mix of genders or like they have no gender
Has
at
he
all.
got a penis?
Yeah,
He's a male.
I would assume he has. Like, I can't confirm, but I would assume he does.
He's a male.
He's a
Aye.
fucing idiot,
Mm-hmm.
is what he is.
What's the advantage of saying you're non-binary?
I've no
You can't
idea.
use any public toilets.
Why would you?
It's to make up. I think most folk just use it to make up for a fucking lack of personality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Aye.
Like that cunt's got the fucking personality of a mouldy potato. Like, get the fuck off. If you're not,
What songs does it have?
like, what the fuck's it called? Stay with me. Won't you stay with me?
Oh yeah, I remember
That
that
one.
one.
So
That's a
is
Sam Smith
what's it
original,
called?
and I don't care about
Non-binary.
Lorians.
Is that the
Aye.
opposite? Is a hermaphrodite?
No, it's
A hermaphrodite has both.
Yeah. So he's got none.
No, he has a dick. I would assume.
he has a dick, but he doesn't feel like he wants.
How do you
to-
spell hermaphrodite?
I wouldn't ask me.
Hermaphrodite.
He
That wasn't
has a
me.
penis,
He's
but doesn't identify as a man or a woman. He's like one of them cunts that's like, I don't know.
Like
I'm a fucking.
if,
I'm a
if
transgender
you're
unicorn.
trans,
and you're like,
like
no,
if you're
a fucking idiot.
if you're a man stuck in
right,
a
wait,
female
wait,
body,
Banjo.
like, fair enough.
A hermaphrodite is an organism that has complete or partial reproductive organs and produces gametes, normally associated with both male and female sexes. Yeah. So hermaphrodite has both.
Aye. So
Biologically, non-binary is like
It's a personality.
that's
issue.
something. That's something you would say about yourself, right? Like it's not a biological. It's not a biological thing. Yeah.
right, if
It's a mental illness.
if you're
I'm not
trans and you're a male,
Fucking hell, man.
like,
Jesus Christ. Right.
But-
What were you guys
like,
saying,
if
Banjo?
you're male and you're in a female body or vice versa, then fair enough. Like, understand that. Good on you, whatever. But like, you can't go on about saying you're not any gender. Like, come on, the fuck.
You can go about saying you're a toaster if you want, and nobody can say anything about it.
It's-
I identify as a
How far
microwave.
does it
Identify
go,
as a
though?
microwave.
Like-
You're not a fucking microwave, though. How dare you, sir?
Yeah.
Like, it has to stop at some point. You know what I mean?
You get them.
I'm like,
built, mate.
I don't identify as a human. I'm a fucking dog. Like, no.
You are a dog.
You're,
I am
you're
a
a
dog,
dog,
like.
aye.
You're a terrible example to try and make that point. Man.
no.
Aye.
Yeah. Nah, it's just ridiculous. Like, so much.
So, Sam Smith was greeting about it and that.
Aye, that he was stuck in his multi-million pound fucking house.
I don't know how he's managing the
With
boy.
his swimming pool and pool tables and all that shit. I don't know how you get through that. I don't know how you get through the
Pardon
day.
the pun. Don't know how the boy's fucking managing. Fucking. Oh, mate, I don't know. I mean, it's obviously it's a lot easier. Feel like our perspective of being like you're just being a fucking idiot because you didn't ken how somebody.
Maybe he's
thinks about
just
it or feels
bored.
about it.
Maybe he's
themselves.
bored and the limelight's
It's-
off him.
Maybe I think that's what it is.
Maybe.
Because
that's a
I
fair
mind when his
point.
next album didn't sell very well. He was like, "Oh, I'm gay, by the way."
Aye,
And
aye.
and then his following album didn't do very well, and he's like, "I'm non-binary."
But then if he's
And
gay,
I'm like,
then he's identifying as a man.
Nah, because females are gay.
No,
or
but
lesbian.
he's a male. Like, well,
Yeah, no, Banjo. The term gay just means you're attracted to the
like, so
same
what
sex.
fuck is
So
so
there's-
so
Like
so
lesbians are
he's
gay.
attracted to other non-binary people.
no, he's attracted to men. I
So,
think.
but
Yeah, because he's
aye,
a man.
exactly,
I
aye.
could be. I could be wrong. Like, he might have
Aye.
said he was bisexual.
Oh, fuck knows, man.
But-
Why are we discussing Sam Smith's
I
sexuality?
don't know.
mate?
You said that he was greeting about like being in his
I
mum.
never
and
fucking
brought him up.
and I was
But
like,
po-
he's
no,
still a cunt.
No, my point is, right? If I get it that you were saying, oh, these folk that like we didn't care how they're feeling and whatever and all that shit. But at the same time, I feel like they're just doing it to be heard. Ken what I mean? Like they don't actually give a fuck.
Aye.
They're just like, oh, I'm also in this, and you're like, kinda, but not really.
Aye, like it's just there to make up for a lack of personality. Like
yeah,
if-
you're just like, oh, I just want to say that I'm struggling because everybody else is, when you're actually
Aye.
not. Like, I wouldn't sit here and say that I'm having a hard time with their self-isolation. It's pretty straightforward. Just stay in your house and fucking...
Stay in your house and
think
do what you
shit
do on your
today.
day off.
Exactly. Like,
I'm quite the introvert.
but I get other
anyway.
folk...
Do you think
yeah, I get
celebrities?
other folk are struggling.
Do you think celebrities sleep with non-celebrity people?
Of course
Yes.
they do, you fucking idiot. What kind of retarded ass question is that?
How do you never hear about it? Like all fucking Jamie for Downtown just slept with
Mate,
fucking...
do you...
No. Just
no.
because celebrities sleep with folk that are not
Then he sleep with folk in Dalbeatty.
Aye.
Right, just because they're not sleeping with folk that stay in Dalbeatty doesn't mean they don't sleep with anybody that isn't a celebrity. Because there was who was it? I remember seeing one of, like, I don't read these fucking, what do you call them? Like, is it OK Magazine, the
Aye,
celebrity?
you do.
Fucking,
You've got the fucking monthly subscription, VIP pass.
Housekeeping.
Breaking news, TMZ.
celebrities that, how do I Google this? Are in a relationship? In a relationship.
Yeah, but like a one-night stand.
With non-celebrities.
with non-celebrities. Because I remember seeing one and I was like, that was quite a
Of
big
course
one.
they do. Like Nikki Glazer.
Here we
She
go.
Fucks
Here we
up,
go.
like, she likes the dick, but not in like a slag.
This is Cosmo, mate.
Cosmo, fuck me. That's
Okay.
that's
Right, I don't know which one of these is a celebrity, but Miles Teller and Kaylee Sperry. Don't know which one's a
I
celebrity.
don't know.
Julia Stiles and Preston J. Cook. Reese Witherspoon, I know who she is, and Jim Toth.
Jim Toth.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Ansel Elgort and Violetta Comishan. Who are... Oh, that guy's the guy from
Rocky.
that movie. Oh,
That really helps.
no. Fucking Hunger Games guy. Is it? No. Well, who is this guy? Baby Driver. The guy in Baby
Aye.
Driver. You know
Yeah,
who I mean?
yeah.
That guy. He's in that sad movie with the kids and the cancer and that as well.
Oh dear God.
Is that Me Before You or
Some-
something?
A Fault in Our Stars?
A
Is
Fault
that
in
it?
Our Stars, that's the one.
Shout out. Maisie Williams, she's dating somebody that's not famous. Ollie
Get
Jackson.
loads of celebrities going with
Mate,
folk that aren't famous. That's
Hundreds of
That's
them. Just because it's not CD
Aye.
doesn't mean, or Dolby, that it doesn't happen.
that's like being like, oh, are folk that are joiners have sex with folk that aren't joiners? Of course they do. It's just
course
a
they do,
job.
Didn't they sleep with other celebrities?
Of course they. Oh,
Yes.
for fuck's sake.
They sleep with anybody that they're like, oh, you're hot, I'll fuck you.
Especially if you're Harvey Weinstein.
Aye. He's got corona as well.
He's got corona and he's all fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, I seen it on the Have I Got News for You posted about it. It was like breaking news, Harvey Weinstein has coronavirus. And then beneath it was breaking news, coronavirus is confirmed it's self-isolating.
Fuck Harvey Weinstein,
I
man.
know.
He's a piece of shit.
that guy's going to die.
You
And
know
I'm alright
that.
with
He
it.
looks like shit anyway. He looks like he's dying.
The thing was,
Yeah.
apparently, like, he got away with it for so long because, like, when he promised somebody something, he followed through on it. So, like, technically, when he was like give a blowjob, and I'll put you in the next fucking, I don't know, Avengers film.
Is that
If
bad?
we were in the next Avenger film. Of course it's
Like,
fucking
aye,
bad.
obviously-
you
obviously-
cunt.
Mate, you're taking
no.
advantage of
No,
someone.
but is that against the law or is that just frowned upon?
Yes, it's against the law because you're blackmailing someone effectively at the end of the
No,
day.
but
That's
not
actually exactly what you're doing. You're saying, no, what you're saying is, do you want a part in this movie?
Aye.
Yes, I do. Well, in order to get that part, you have to suck my
Aye.
dick. You're blackmailing someone into doing something that they don't want to do, and otherwise, if they don't do it, you're threatening to ruin their career.
Aye. Like, if you want to work, you'll have to suck this dick.
But that's giving them.
Yeah.
That's
It's sexual
that's
assault.
That's giving
Banjo,
them,
it's sexual assault.
It's-
It's sexual assault and
It's
blackmail.
not.
I would.
That's why he got multiple life sentences or whatever the fuck
were
he
you
got.
sitting there
I don't
thinking
know.
that-
I should actually
You
check
sitting
that.
there maybe thinking, oh, I'll let you weld this if you can send nudes. Okay, I mean,
Banjo sitting there thinking, I might become a fucking movie exec so I can
just
get away
for
with
that.
this. Sentence. What did he get?
Off forever in jail.
Sentence.
See, I thought it was giving
Just
them an
all the jail.
opportunity,
23 years.
not taking the opportunity
no,
away.
No, Banjo. No, it's not. Giving somebody an opportunity is like, if he went to, I don't know, say, Kate Beckinsale, just putting a
I'd
name
class
in
it as
Mars, a female
prostitution
actress.
rather than anything.
Right, shut up.
Because
Banjo,
you're in love with
shut
a
up.
hog.
See to give an option, or whatever the fuck it is you said, or give them an opportunity, what it would be is, I need you to show up here at this time and you're going to audition for the part. And you're going to go up against everybody else. That's giving someone an
Who
opportunity
sucks dick
to
better?
get the part. No, to get the part based on merit. Saying you have to suck my dick, otherwise you won't have a career, is sexual assault and blackmail.
Right.
As an aside, he got 23 years.
I see it as mere as prostitution.
Well, it's
No, he's not.
it's not prostitution though.
But
No.
You're taking advantage of folk.
boy, I'll give you this if
Yeah.
you suck my dick.
No, that's not how it works.
That's weird. That it's...
How are you struggling to understand?
Well,
that?
it's just weird how
Yeah.
if it was cash, it'd be prostitution, but if it's an opportunity, it's sexual assault.
Right.
No, because a prostitute's different, isn't it?
No, because it's an exchange.
No, because
And
a
it's
prostitution would,
also
a
illegal.
prostitution approaches you, right?
Prostitution approaches you.
A prostitute. Whatever.
Well,
The
they
difference
don't
is the
have to
prostitute.
approach you.
No, but the prostitute is selling that service anyway. That's the difference, right?
They're not just
No,
sucking dick for everything.
They're-
They didn't
yeah,
turn up to McDonald's
yeah.
and be like, "I'll suck your dick for a Happy Meal."
It's happened
Yeah.
before.
They're offering the service. I'm sure it has, but this was not prostitution. That's my point. Didn't he?
Depends
Like,
which way.
you
Depends
disagree.
which way you want to
He
spin
got
it.
he got 23 years in jail for doing it. So
So
there's no spin.
hypothetically, if I
It's
know
right and
somebody
wrong.
that's been like, "Aye, I'll give you a lift to Glasgow if you suck my dick," is that prostitution or is that sexual assault?
Sexual assault.
Sexual assault.
Is it?
If
Yeah.
it's got to be assault if you're if you feel like you can't say no to the person. Like if they're just like,
Yeah.
"I'll get a lift for somebody else," then aye. But if they're like stranded in the middle of nowhere with no option or
Aye.
no way of getting home,
Right.
and they didn't want to suck a dick, but they kind of want to get home,
Then it's
Mhm.
sexual assault.
you're putting them in a position of, "What do you want, Mayor?"
Right.
Then it's
Aye,
sexual
I see,
assault.
I see.
Just to try and use your
Aye.
analogy.
No, I just wanted that clarified. Like, it's still
I don't
horrible.
know. I
No,
don't know
it's
why you needed that clarified.
ju-
I'll be honest.
just for a better understanding.
Well, I'm really proud of you trying to better yourself.
I know I am.
I mean, we've probably butchered explaining that, but if it's got through to
I
you,
we have
then,
for sure.
Like I've never been in that position, so Ken.
I've never had to have someone explain to me what sexual
No,
assault
but
is.
the,
so-
obviously there's different. Aye. I just thought it was a grey
Alright,
area.
Whatever.
No, it's not.
What's
It's a very black and white area.
yeah.
It's weird though. See,
So-
like say what you're saying, it's like prostitution. Like
Yeah.
there's a reason that prostitution's illegal in most bits, but
Should it be though?
say for like in California where prostitution's illegal, but making
What?
porn isn't.
I know, aye.
Aye. So basically, if you get a prostitute, you basically say, right, well, my pal's got to video it, and then we're going to give you the money. As long
But
as
then
it's been videoed.
I think it's because of
And
the tax.
money's
I
been
think it's because of
exchanged.
tax. It's because the government's getting a
I think
piece.
there's
it's because of tax that prostitution's illegal.
No. It's
Is that what you're
porn.
trying to say?
Porn, because like the government's getting a piece out of that. The government isn't getting a piece out of prostitution.
Well, they would if it was legalized,
could.
obviously. They make a fortune
Yeah.
off it in fucking Holland.
Yeah.
I
I think it should be illegal. Like,
There is bits.
There's
you can go
an
in
argument to
legal.
be made.
There's a bit you can go in America where it is legal, and there's bits.
There's an argument to be made for having it legalized because it would be safer and shit like
Yeah.
that.
like
for
Australia.
the-
Like it's legal
yeah.
in Australia.
I'm not sure.
No, I think Jim
Well-
Jeffries has got like a thing about it. Like he says he's got like a bit about it when he took like his special needs pal to
Aye.
a prostitute because he was like, he was never going to be able to get a ride on his own. So they were like, look, we've got this guy. He's got like all these different issues and whatever. Is that all right?
Yeah.
And they were like, aye, fuck it. And
Here we go.
apparently
15 countries.
this guy had got
where
a dick and a half.
New Zealand, it's legal. Australia, Austria, Bangladesh, Belgium, Brazil, Canada, Colombia, Denmark, Ecuador, France, Germany, Greece, Indonesia, Netherlands.
holy shit, it's a lot of bits.
It's a lot of
France, you can get prostitutes.
Mm-hmm.
Prostitution is legal in France, though soliciting it in public is still
Yeah,
outlawed.
you've got to go.
to the
like a brothel.
brothel, I would imagine, right?
Yeah,
I wouldn't be going anywhere in France and all like.
you shouldn't be going anywhere at all. You're in quarantine. You're in
Aye.
lockdown.
Fucking who's recording this?
It's great fun, isn't it?
I know, I love it. Oh, I'm staring at the window. I should have the TV.
It's fucking shite that I'm apparently a key worker, and it's bullshit. It's so fucking overrated. You'd think I'd get hazard pay. It's just been folk all week being like, "Oh, have you any toilet roll left?" And I'm like, "Nah." Is you sure there's none through the back? Do you not think if I had toilet roll, I'd put it on that big ass fucking empty shelf?
Oh, you've
Get the
got
fuck away
chicken,
from
by
me.
the
No,
way.
Oh, hunters, mate.
Have you?
Hunters barely sell any.
Mate, I've not seen a chicken breast in about 2 weeks now.
So,
It's getting more rare
like to
than
make a
gold.
Caesar
Fucking
salad.
chicken. Nowhere has got chicken
Oh, no.
unless you have chickens or a fucking big ass pile of chicken in your
Well,
freezer.
Unless you're one of these fucking idiots that went panic buying and bought all of the chicken to put in your
Again,
freezer.
Folk buying,
You didn't have any.
buying spare freezers so they can stock them up and all.
Mate, it's an absolute fucking joke. They're the folk I hope die for this. See if you're sitting at home, right, and you've got two freezers full of food. I hope you get it and die. Because you're being selfish as fuck.
I've got two
That's all it
freezers
is.
full of food, but that was food before the whole pandemic.
I'm fucking sure. I hope you die anyway.
What would you get done for? Like, how serious do you think it would be if I went onto like a farm where I knew they had chickens and I grabbed a chicken and stole it and then like
It'd be theft.
What, you kill it and eat?
aye,
It'd be theft.
just theft?
Yeah. I'm not
There's
sure,
probably
mate.
other things and all. I don't know.
I'm not a farmer.
Truly-
I didn't
truly-
ken the law. I've never
So
stolen a
left
chicken
like
from a farm.
£20 just
I
like
don't
in
know.
the field, like
No. Banjo, see if you steal something, because you don't know what the value of that chicken is to the owner, for one. Number two, the owner has not agreed in the transaction. You're just leaving money is not like, oh, well, this is fine now. That's not the way
See,
it
it's
works.
It'd be great
50.
if the chicken was only worth like a tenner and he's leaving like 20
Aye.
quid and the farmer's just like, fucking.
I'll just
help
buy
me
another
fucking
chicken.
hell, pal. Buy another 2 chickens and then mug them off for £40.
I don't know. I think if it comes to that stage, like I'm gonna start hunting.
I don't think it's got to get to that stage. mate.
You're going to start hunting.
That'll be a
You
laugh
can't,
for
you
one.
can't set up a fucking laptop. How the fuck are you going to use a gun
I used to go on
or a
hunting.
bow and arrow? You're
What did you go on
Rifle.
hunting with? Right? What were you hunting?
Well, I'm not hunting. I don't have permission now.
No, but what were you hunting at the time?
The hawk of our.
what were you?
No, what animal?
Alright.
What were you trying
I
to
just-
kill?
just
What were
rabbits
you
and
hunting? Just everybody in the hawk.
No, just rabbits and that.
Aye, getting them 2 freezers full of meat that we said we had. It's actually human meat. We're cannibals.
Pensioners, mate.
It's residents of the Hawk
Pensioners
of
and
War.
babies.
Fucking hell.
Oh,
No, look,
Jesus.
fucking-
No, what were
just
you hunting?
rabbits and that. The rifle's not really big enough for deer. I wouldn't shoot a deer with it. It's a bit cruel.
There's no point hunting
couldn't do
rabbits and eating rabbits. If you didn't have a lot of veg and stuff with it, you'll end up technically starving to death because rabbit doesn't have any nutritional value that you can get.
It is so good though on a barbecue.
It's
There you go,
maybe
mate.
tasty. but
Pigeon
like I
as
say, you'll
well.
not get anything
Pigeon's
out of it.
fucking well nice.
I said did I tell you about the guy we had the delivery driver that turned up. He was
No.
from London. And we were having a laugh and a carry on about like when are we getting into lockdown and shit. And I was like, we'll be fine, mate. Like, we're all country bumpkins and that. We'll just start wiring into the pigeons and the crows and the deer and everything, man. And he looked at me like, do you do that? And I'm like, no, you fucking dick. Like, we're not for the bayou. I was like, I mean, this is a bad example, but I can, because I used to be a butcher in that. So actually, if I can kill something, I can how to gut it, kill it, skin it and gut it, and then cut it up into some nice little steaks. But no,
mate,
just because I live in the middle of nowhere doesn't mean that we all can how to hunt. You know what I mean?
Mate, I've got a fucking internet connection. If I do kill something, I'll be able to figure out how to gut it and
I'll
stuff.
be able to YouTube
I would
it.
love to see you gut
That's all
something.
you need, innit?
Mate,
I can do pheasant. I've
Have
done
you?
pheasant before. Yeah, Ali, he used to hunt, so he kens like a lot of the like people that still do it and whatever. So quite a lot. Well, say quite a lot, like a reasonable amount of the time back in the day when I was staying at home before I went to uni and that. He would get like they'd be like, "Oh, okay, and we went out pheasant hunting. Here's some pheasants," and he showed me how to do it. So I can how to do a pheasant.
How do you? How easy do you think it'd be to do a cow?
What?
How easy do you think it'd be like to go and do a cow? Like if I went and killed a cow in a field.
What do you mean to
What?
do a cow? Do you mean like skin it and gut it and everything?
What do you mean? Like skin
Aye.
it, gut it, fucking.
Couple hours.
I imagine that would be
You think you could
difficult.
put all the meat in a
I dunno.
rucksack?
No, it's a
No.
fucking cow, you dick.
It's a cow, mate. Kind
I
of
know,
big
but how
cows are.
much meat
Right,
do you think you
put
get fit?
it this way, Banjo. You wouldn't be able to lift half the cow.
What, just the meat?
No, not even close.
Aye. You've got to take what? You just got to cut it up in the middle of the field.
Aye.
No, that's
No.
how you get E. coli and die.
Is it though?
Yes,
Aye, it is.
Alright.
it's a field.
Full of cow
But you're
shit.
tough to do it if it comes to it.
No.
No,
You would kill it and then take it to somewhere where you could actually butcher it.
Hmm.
you get a few years, haul it onto a fucking trailer, or you can
Aye.
gut it and skin it in the field, then put it onto a trailer or hang it on something, tuck it away, and then you've got to cut it for like head to earth in half, and then
Aye,
for that
well-
you've got to take the back leg off, and then the front, what they call the front quarter, take that off, and then you work with them 3 bits of meat. That's your
I would have
six,
just
because you've
quartered
got
it
2
in the
halves.
fucking field. And then
Well, you wouldn't be able to.
could you not just butcher it on the field? Like when you kill it, just take the fucking meat off
No.
it there.
No. He's just telling you that you can't. Well, you could, but you'll die
You could,
because you'll get E.
Aye, you'll
coli.
end up with fucking like E. coli
What,
or
just for the
fucking
field?
parasites or some shit.
Aye. Cows are manky as
Aye, but-
fuck. There's cow shit
But
all
say
over the
it- say it
field.
was like quite a clean field.
Oh,
Ken, how you, when you walk in with dirty hands?
let's say it was dusted earlier in the day. Would it be alright to do it?
Aye, if you had like the Hoover in the field and that before it, you'd be fine.
Say it rained.
See, no, right, Banjo.
Shut
See
up.
when you come in for work and you've got dirty hands,
Mm-hmm.
right?
I
Does
wash
your
my
mum want
hands.
you going in the fridge or making a sandwich or something?
She has my dinner ready for me.
You're a fucking Wayne. See, that's because she doesn't even trust you to cook yourself.
No,
and
that's
you're
because
getting
it's
put up
1 in the
a fucking
morning, and
field.
Mate,
if I
I'm not
stuck the oven on at
I'm
1
not
in the morning,
surprised.
I'd fall asleep, and then there'd be a fucking fire.
Aye, so she doesn't trust you.
Aye.
Based on this morning, I would need. There's a right call from Andy because I wouldn't fucking trust you
Wouldn't
either.
trust you with
Based
the
on me trying to tell you how to set up, like literally, I had to walk him through how to use Google this morning. Like I was like, "Oh, you need to Google Discord to download it." All right, cool. It's not working. What do you mean it's not working? Google won't work. Go to www.google.com.
No, I was typing it in Google. I was
And
typing
then-
it in, and it was coming up that top bar.
No,
I
you
was. I
weren't.
was typing it in Google, like the home screen of Google, and then it was typing it up at the top bar, and then I actually had to search Google for then to get it up.
I had to Google.
Yes.
Google.
I did. That's exactly what I had to do.
Literally. Aye, so no, I wouldn't trust you to cook either.
Yeah.
But, aye. So,
But the point is, it's not going to get to that point where we're going hunting and
Aye.
shit.
Right.
Everybody that's like, "Oh, it's the apocalypse," needs to calm the fuck
I
down.
was hoping for zombies. This has been a fucking fierce disappointment. It's just pensioners.
But no, it's like folk were saying, "Oh, there'll be riots and that," and I'm like, "Calm down."
Aye, fucking steady. Boris Johnson's actually getting the army in and that. And you're like, how would you ken that?
I know
If
that.
Boris Johnson's phoning you before he does anything and announces it
The
to,
army
like,
phoned me and
his
said
top
that.
generals. No, they didn't.
We can you've not done any training yet, and you're not actually in the army, but we need you to show up and kick the fuck out of some folk.
No,
Shut
Not
up.
even
500
in, but we
500
thought we should
folk
let you in.
have been sent home for training. 20,000 are on
Aye.
standby to come into the streets. And they're...
Aye, no, that's different. That's like to help out with infrastructure. Like that's what they are. If the army get involved, that's what it'll be. Like if food needs to get delivered to stores and fucking they've not got the drivers to do it, the army will come in. If like Deke was saying earlier, if fire stations can't like staff properly,
Yeah,
they'll move the army into the fire station to do that. If hospitals need medical supplies moved, they'll move the army in to do that. They're not going to be like, oh, we're now in riot gear, and if you're outside past 9 o'clock,
Well,
we're going to kick your head.
20,000
Like-
wouldn't be enough anyway to fucking do the streets if it was rioting. Because even if you think about it, 4,000 in, like, say, London, 4,000 in Birmingham, like, there's not going to be enough.
I don't know, like riot police probably came what
Aye,
the fuck
but
they're doing. The army probably came what the fuck. And it's not just about people either. That's the thing. They've got like fucking tanks and shit to deal with like
Aye, but
rioting.
20,000 isn't
With,
enough
like,
to cover the whole of UK.
there's just a fucking tank sitting in Dalbeattie High Street being like, get get in the house.
Aye, it's not going to be the whole of the UK though.
Mm.
That's not going to happen anyway.
Aye.
But I get what you're saying. But that's not just the British Army's bigger than 20,000.
I know,
folk.
but that's what they've got on standby now.
Aye, but then they could pull in the actual rest of the
Yeah.
British Army if it
Yeah.
came to that. Like, and then they'd sort shit out. So it's not going to come to that anyway. Folk need to calm the fuck down, I think. It's that thing where you change one little thing. You change society a little bit, and then everybody just goes fucking mad. Like, you're like, oh, you can't go outside or see your friends anymore, and now people are going fucking mental about it.
What's with the whole shaving the head thing? I don't get that.
What?
Can all the guys are shaving their head? Is that just for shits and giggles until like the
Was
quarantine?
the barber shut?
Aye, but
Aye.
completely
That's
shaving
pissing
it
me off,
bald.
Dave. See all these folk I've seen on fucking Facebook and Instagram and that are like, oh, I wish I got a trim before we went into lockdown. I'm like,
I did.
fuck off.
For what? Nobody's
It wasn't funny the first time. It's not anymore, and nobody gives a fuck what they look
aye.
like.
I had a
Get what I
thought
mean?
yesterday, right? See if it came on the
Was it
news, like
painful?
breaking news. Boris came on the fucking news and was like, right, we need everybody to shave their head tonight, completely bald, as from 9 o'clock. Anyone caught from now on with hair in their head will get fined. Do you think everyone will follow that?
What would be the advantage? One, no. And two, why would he do
I
that?
don't know, it's just say made up shit, oh, there's fucking a lice virus. There's fucking head lice.
Instead of corona, it's super light.
Aye. Everyone needs
It's
to
super
fucking
lice
shave
of
their
death.
head right now,
That
or they're gonna
No.
get
that
fined.
movie.
Nah.
That movie is
Nobody
right
I
up
think
there
they
with
fucking would.
Sharknado.
I
3.
think they would.
Banjo, he's asking people to stay in the house and watch the telly, and they're not even doing that. What in the fuck makes you think that folk are getting cut
Wait,
their
how
hair
many
off?
folk do you think would do it? Say it was out of 100,000. How many folk?
Just you.
I wouldn't do it.
Just
Man,
you.
fuck that. I love my hair.
So what are you asking me the question?
How many folk do you think would do it?
Yeah, 100. It depends. Like, if you were talking 100,000 that perfectly represented the
Yeah.
whole country, I'd say about a fifth. I'd say 15 to 20,000, maybe.
Aye.
Would that?
I was gonna
a guess.
say about 2/3. Like,
I would say
I
70,000.
don't think
Like.
so. I think a lot of folk be like, what? Ken, what I think it would be, see how you said it would be that night, right? I think what a lot of folk would do is wait to see how many other folk did it first,
aye.
and then did it the next day, Ken, what I mean? So, like, if you're talking that night, I think, like, 15 to 20,000
Aye,
would
but
do
say,
it, and they're
say it was
like,
for like a month, 3 weeks or whatever. At the end of that 3 weeks, how
Right.
many folk do you think would have done it? Anyone caught will get
Mm.
fined.
how much is the fine?
It-
No, well, this is the thing. See if you're staying inside as well.
Who's got to see
You
it?
didn't actually have to cut it. Aye. Or are you saying that you're allowed outside, but you just have to cut your hair?
Aye, just say instead of coronavirus, it's super lice. But you're allowed to cut
Right.
about.
And everybody was still working
Aye.
in that. Everybody
Aye.
was still working in that, and it was going on normal. I would 3 weeks. Everybody would have done it then. Yeah, for sure.
Say it was a big fucking bullshit thing though, where Boris is like, fuck it, April Fool's the morn, let's fucking do this.
Banter.
Aye. Let's just make up this super lice shit. How many folk do you think
Then
would
he
do
better
it
get, then he better get the fucking army on the phone because there would be riots after
Aye,
that.
there would be
The Prime
riots.
Minister's just lied to you about a fucking pandemic in the country.
It was only April
Like-
Fool's, man.
Ken, what the thing is, people are actually more likely to riot if you like jokingly made them cut all their hair off. That's how fucking.
See, I would
They're
throw
like,
that out.
oh, this virus. They're like, this virus or whatever and that. Oh, you made me cut my hair off? Fuck you. I'm gonna get mental about this.
You're a piece of shit.
Aye. Folk would be more mad about that than they would be about this virus.
I don't know. I would put,
Mate.
if I was Prime Minister, I would definitely pull that. Like,
See if that.
You're never gonna
everyone's
be
got
president.
super lice. Shave your heads.
I just get that idea right out. your
I'll come
fucking-
on with like a wee bald cap.
I'm not usually in for like putting folk down. Well, when I didn't have to, but
Something's
I
happened
am.
with my mic. Hold
get
on,
that
lads.
idea right out your fucking head right now.
Right. What were we talking about? Fucking. That was our first
super-
fuck
super
up with
lice.
the Al audio.
Aye.
But
40.
super lice and that.
Yeah.
I know, I don't know. Mate.
What the fuck were we actually saying?
It was something about super lice and folk rioting and that.
I didn't can.
I don't know.
Fuck knows. Fuck knows, mate.
Moving swiftly on.
Well,
Have you seen
Moving.
Animal Crossing New Horizons, by the way? On
I
the
have not.
Switch?
I've never played an Animal
Mate,
Crossing game in my life.
Neither have I.
I see it
but
on my
started watching
Snapchat
a
a
couple
lot.
of folk. I want it. I like
What's it all
it's-
about?
you just sitting on like a fucking deserted island with like a few folk, and you build up your community. It's kind of,
Like The Sims.
kind of. You've got to like go and fishing and like harvest wood. It's like Harvest Moon. You remember Harvest Moon or like Stardew Valley?
Yeah,
It's
I played Harvest
yeah,
Moon.
it's like that. Like, yeah, it pretty much is that, but it's like an update agent, and I
Aye.
really fucking want it. Like, it just looks fun. Like, it doesn't feel
Might
like a
buy
game
it.
that you're just pointlessly grinding on, but at the same time, I'm like, I really shouldn't.
Do-
I
There's
shouldn't be
probably a lot
wasting
of
money.
pointless
Do
grinding
you
as
ken
well.
what
there
that
will be
game
loads,
is?
there will be loads of grinding, but it feels like you get someone for it at the end, and it's kind of worth it.
Do you
You ken what that game is?
Aye,
That helps.
where it's ken when it's on like it's like Facebook videos and that, but like the folk are like running about naked and they get like a bow and that.
Rust
Is it? Aye, like how? What's that on?
PC.
PC. Steam.
So
You
like
can't get it.
I can't get it.
No.
But is that not like
You don't have a PC
Ken
that
when
can
they
run it.
use their hands and date themselves?
Like VR.
Aye, is that VR on the PC? What they're playing that way?
I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
you
There might be a VR version of
Probably
it.
is.
What's the shooting in? See when you see them like chuck the pistol and grab it and cock it themselves.
Super hot.
Is it?
Is it super hot?
I've no idea, mate. I do not keep up to date with
No,
VR
neither
games.
do I.
It's not
Is
my
that-
thing.
That
I think
looks
it's
legit,
absolute
like,
dog
it
shit
looks
right
well
now.
good.
Beat Saber looks alright. I've never played it, but that looks alright. It looks like pretty fun.
Mm,
I'm gonna have to plug my
I would.
I don't know. I just think VR's at that point right now where it's not even like close to being as good as it could be.
Aye,
If you know what I
aye.
mean. Like it's just so rudimentary and poor. Like especially the fact that with the amount of fun you have kind of depends on the amount of space you have. I feel like.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's where it needs to be yet. I think in the future, it'll get there and it'll look really fucking cool and it'll be like the majority of gaming will be dominated by it. But I just don't think right now they've got it right.
Was it the
Aye, see,
mono?
like-
Especially with wearing the big fucking headsets and shit like that as well, and like all that other shit you've got to put. Like I'm like,
I
nah.
think it'd be worth
It's
it
just
if you
not
had
where
like
it needs
that
to be.
mono treadmill or whatever. What's it called?
Oh, the thing, like, so that when you're playing Call of Duty, you can run about, but
Aye.
it keeps you in the same spot.
Aye.
Yeah.
Like
Aye,
on rollers,
I get what you mean
basically.
now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Aye, but that's like a big investment.
Aye.
That's not
Aye.
just like everybody's got to
That's,
buy that.
that's a couple £1,000 rig right
Mhm.
there.
Mhm.
I don't know.
I
What's
do
your
like
thoughts on?
VR.
Have you
Like-
tried that VR porn?
Nope.
No.
I don't have a VR
Yeah,
headset.
yeah. I want to try it though.
I don't even know how much they are. They're probably quite expensive still, right?
I think you
Maybe
can get
£200?
That's another
cheap
problem.
ones.
That's another problem with VR right now, is that it's still because it's like early tech. It's still quite
Aye, it's
expensive.
like what you're paying for it isn't it worth what you'll get.
What
out-
you're getting.
What you'll get out of it.
Aye. How have you tried VR
Oh,
porn?
why,
Banjo?
though? I was going to ask Dick to borrow his headset.
You're not borrowing mine.
I'll give you it back.
That
like,
could be the
I'll clean
one of
it.
the most stupid things you've ever said. If you really think I'm gonna let you rip the heat off it with a VR set that isn't even mine.
Aye.
I won't use it for that. I'll just
Danny,
play another game.
you're-
with it.
No, listen, you're wasting your time. There is no way.
Mate, nobody has got to give you a Leonard VR headset so that you can have a wank.
I just won't tell them that's what I want it for.
Well, they're going to get
You've
now.
just said on the internet, it's so I can rip the heat off it to some VR porn. and try it.
If anybody's got a headset out there, give me a shout and I'll just borrow it. I just want to play
No,
some
didn't
Rust in that. Right.
So what? So they can give you their VR headset and then get fucking chlamydia of the eye.
Comedy in the eyes.
Jesus.
I mean, I've got a wee bit of conjunctivitis. Oh, that's not what that is.
Oh,
this
that's
isn't a
herpes.
pink eye. This is
Oh.
fucking. You're growing a third eye.
Fucking hell.
We were talking about that yesterday, Hog, weren't we?
we?
About fucking
Were we?
vaccine.
Were we?
Oh yeah, we were talking about a vaccine. We weren't talking about
No,
pink
it's a
eye.
vaccine.
You know what I mean? I was like, what?
No, but
Oh,
like
right.
Ken, they were saying, you can make like, folk are like, why can't they just make a vaccine already? And it's like they can make a
Aye.
vaccine within a week, but it's doing one won't give you.
Not got it. Super
Aye.
cancer. That's the analogy I used. You can make a vaccine pretty quick, from what I understand, but it's making one that's safe and doesn't give you super cancer, I believe, is the concern. Like,
yeah, like you can get rid of coronavirus
Because
but it'll give you super
does it-
cancer.
Does it kill the virus without killing you?
Aye.
yeah. Are we going to end up in an I Am Legend situation? I think is kind of the concern. You know what I
You
mean?
grow a fucking
The
third
good news
testicle.
is he doesn't have corona. The bad news is he thinks he's a fucking
You have super AIDS.
a raccoon. Okay, I mean, he's just got to
Aye.
be crawling about
Nah,
in the bins
like-
for the rest of his life. It's
I
not
think
really
they're
worth it.
doing testing in that right now, I'm pretty sure. To find
Would
a
you put
vaccine.
your name forward for that?
But
Nope.
They were looking for people in America to do it. They were going to give you, was it $3,500
If you
to do it,
survive,
and then like 3 months in isolation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
would you just do it?
I would have done it. Aye. Fuck it. $3,500 and 3 months off.
For super
Oh,
cancer.
aye.
Alright.
Do you get paid for your work for that though, for being off sick in quotation marks, or
Probably not. I'm
so
not
3
sure.
months? Do you think
But-
that's not really worth the $3,000 because that's what you'd be losing it more at work, wouldn't you?
I'd be in profit with that.
I wouldn't.
And that's the sorry state of our fire
Aye,
department.
that's
Unquote.
it's just my life. This is
Two
poverty.
Cool.
jobs, man, that's bad. Like,
It's just poverty,
Uh,
mate. Yeah, I mean,
This is
Three-
what poverty feels
3
like.
months ago I was an unskilled worker. Now I'm an essential worker.
oh yeah.
Aye.
Okay, I mean,
It's bullshit, innit?
mate, I've spoke to folk apparently like guys that are off the new. They've been saying to me that their bosses and stuff are trying to restructure the business and like find out what criteria you need to have to be an essential business, basically, so they can reopen. And
Aye.
you're like,
A lot of beds around here didn't close nearly quick enough.
Sawmills are still open.
Aye, that's some bullshit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're saying, oh, you can't have more than. It was Monday night, and it was like, you can't have more than 2 people who don't live in the same house together, like at all or whatever. And bits are still like, oh no, but we can be open. And I'm like, no, you can't.
Aye.
Let's fucking move on, right? The point is, bits should have closed fucking earlier.
folk should have been fucking.
Like it should have been on lockdown. It goes back to what we were saying earlier before, though. Like people are just not taking it
Aye, folk
seriously.
just
And you're
think,
like, no, you
"Oh,
need to take it
That
seriously.
doesn't really apply to me. I'll be fine.
Aye.
And you're like, no, you will,
Aye.
mate. And that's the fucking point. Like,
It's not even about you being fine. It's about everybody you coming into contact with. One of them might not be
Aye.
fine.
like
And then if you give them it, like, Ken, it's fucking stupid, man.
What's
they
the
just need to
analogy
shout out
we
to
were
the
saying
NHS
yesterday,
thing
Hawk?
last night.
What's that? Oh, the clapping.
Yeah,
I did. I stood
everybody
at
at
the door.
like 8 o'clock was like clapping and
I
cheering.
didn't even realize it was happening.
I
mate.
did like.
I'll
I
be
stood
honest
at
with
the
you.
front door. I got the collars on the dogs, but were flashy, and they went out in the garden and was playing, and then the whole family stood.
Were they
Well,
clapping
they were
as well?
barking because we were clapping. And it's
See, my first thing
Nice.
about it was like, your way of showing appreciation for the NHS is for you all being at the house at the same time, standing like door to door with each other.
Aye, but that's not gay, Ken. Well, I guess it is. I don't know. It's like a nice idea.
It's not really doing anything though.
It's this thing where I'm like,
Buy them a bottle of wine;
alright.
they'll appreciate it a lot fucking more. If
aye.
you can and nurse,
There's other things
buy
you
her a
can
wine.
do. But I don't know.
or him a
Like,
or him a wine. Sorry, let me correct myself.
Aye. I don't know. I mean, I get it. I get that folk want to feel like they're being appreciative because they are putting in a hell of a fucking work.
Oh, totally.
But It's like,
If
all right.
if you want to help
Get
them,
what I mean?
stay in the fucking house.
Aye, that's my
Get
kind
what I
of thing.
mean?
They do what they're telling you instead of just being like, oh, I'll
I'll
clap.
clap at the door.
Like, I get it's symbolic more than actual going to give
Yeah.
like genuine benefit, and I get that, it makes like symbols like that make people feel like they're helping. But what you should actually be doing to help is what they fucking tell you, which is staying in the house. And a lot of folk aren't still, and that's the
See, they're
annoying part
kicking
of
folk
this
out of
whole thing.
hospitals now.
Aye,
Are
yeah,
they?
if it's like all right for them to go home, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Like so,
Was that it,
like
Banjo?
so, like Leslie, she's had like her chest infection. She got sent home.
Aye.
So she did.
Mm. Yeah.
Shout out to Leslie. We're glad
should
she's
have done that a
alright, 'cause
while
she's
ago, though.
She's a fucking diamond, a woman. It's a
Aye. She'll be
It's a
fine.
shame her sons are such complete arseholes.
Who's that?
It's Boris' mum.
Oh, is that?
Aye.
Somebody agreed with me about the coronavirus spiel in the last.
Breaking
last
news.
episode.
Somebody agrees
It was
with
Sad
Banjo.
Cat Collective. Shout
Yeah.
out to him.
It was Bubba. It's not called Sad Cat Collective. It's
I
called
call him
Bubba.
Sad Cat
He's
Collective.
not even called Bubba.
Okay, but that's what he's
Nah,
calling
I
it.
call him Sad Cat
It's-
Collective. He agreed with me
it's the-
about the China releasing that because of the trade
It's the great
deal.
Bubsby.
I was right.
Aye. What does Bubba
Yep.
said?
Bubba said it was right. That's it.
Therefore, I am.
Shout,
Game over.
shout
Check
out
me.
to you, Sad Cat Collective.
There are no
You're
more
a
moves to
legend.
play.
Thank you. Thank you.
What's it feel like they'd be agreed with for the
Second
first time in your
time.
life, Banjo?
With a
When was
floating
the first?
testicle. Had
but-
somebody,
Oh,
had
yeah.
somebody step forward and say that they had it too. And
That wasn't somebody agreeing with you. That was them saying they
no,
also
they
had a
agreed.
condition.
They
We
agreed
weren't.
that it's
like,
a superpower.
we weren't
They
saying-
agreed it's a superpower.
It's not.
They did. They
Well,
agreed.
They clearly also have. They clearly also have mental health issues and need to see a therapist about that. But that's
Me,
neither
me
here
and
nor
him
there with this
have
conversation.
ascending testicles. Like
So
What superpower do you
my
have? Then?
testicle can
Let's look
float
at
up
the
to my
doctors.
throat. Like fuck you.
So what
It
does
means when
that
somebody
help you
gets
with?
me a
thought
kick
that
in
was
the
an
nuts.
Adam's apple.
When it's a third testicle for that super fucking AIDS.
It's a second Adam's apple.
Yeah. When I get kicked in the nuts, my testy isn't there. It's already floating about. So you've missed me already.
You get kicked in the nuts a lot.
I get hit in the nuts a
I will
lot,
say-
like by myself, mostly. But
Yingy'd thing about him having floaty balls is I imagine it makes him infertile. And
You're-
you not being able to reproduce gives me some sort of comfort in life.
I might do. I still come normally.
Just
Coming and being fertile are two very different things.
if you've got floaty bars, mate, you're just pissing in folk.
Yeah. Only in the shower.
No, well, if your balls are floating about, Ken, what's coming out? It's just piss, mate.
White piss.
Aye,
Piss with super AIDS. Oof.
probably.
Mate, it wouldn't fucking
Ken,
surprise
Ken
me.
and you, aye. What if Banjo's the
Are
we
cure for
talk-
Corona? Is it that many things
Shag
that
Banjo.
his body's like? Aye.
The
The super AIDS will kill the corona. And then you're just left with super
I'd
AIDS.
be more worried about the super AIDS, I'll be honest.
soda.
Oh, I'm getting a wee phone call.
Tired, mate.
Never mind.
Right.
What is this?
So have you seen any interesting shit in the news this week, Banjo? Seeing as you've had
It's okay.
fuck all else to do.
It's
I've
a guy in a
literally
dinosaur
spent-
costume saying extinction sucks. Stay at home. Just standing next to folk on the motorway. Which is somebody that's not self-isolating, so he should.
And
deserve
you
to be
say I'm
left for
fucking
being a fucking
random.
idiot.
Like, what the fuck?
Right, well, whatever. I seen
what's-
this week.
Is your
Give me a
audio
wee
going funny
chuckle.
there?
You always
Mine.
ask me if I've fucking found out anything, knowing fine that I wouldn't have searched for fuck all, and then you're like, well, I've found this.
Well, you've been doing nothing
I
all
mean,
week.
I
That's
spent
why
like
I asked.
13 hours on fucking PlayStation on COD, trying to become first on fucking Warzone.
And you can't because
Did
I
you
got
ever get
second.
first?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's not quite
second
You're
in
the number
solo.
one loser.
Solo though, that counts.
you were the number one loser. Nobody lost.
I was the
like
first
you did.
loser. Aye.
good. Aye. That's the way it works. So you've not actually seen anything this
Oh,
week
well,
that you want to
fuck,
talk
man.
about, that?
What the fuck?
Just been sitting wanking and playing Call of
Aye.
Duty and falling asleep while you
I
have a
know,
wank.
aye. I've genuinely, I don't know what's happening. Halfway through
Wanking while he's playing
wanking,
Call
I
of
just
Duty.
pass out.
That's not healthy.
I literally pass out, wake up, and I'm like, oh, I'm still doing this, aren't I?
It's just absolute filth
Oh,
all over his fucking computer screen.
Honestly.
oh fuck, Mum's here with the shopping. I'm in trouble.
It's just been KO'd for 8 hours. Dick in his hand.
Still hard.
Fucking hell.
I don't know what it is. Just halfway through, I just pass out. It'll be in
Does
daylight.
that ever happen when you're shagging?
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
I don't think. Nobody's
No,
complained.
I usually come before I can pass out. Like,
Fucking hell.
yeah. So anyway,
Cool.
what story did you hear?
I didn't really want to say now as soon as you've been
I'm
called.
not called you a cunt.
We're like, oh, you always ask me, then you're like, well, I found
Aye, that's
this.
a bit of a cunt move, isn't it? Like,
Aye. Well, I mean,
what about
I
you,
will
Deke?
say in
Deke, have
Banjo's
you
defe-
found
I will-
anything, Deke?
I've been fucking working all week. You
All
prick.
right. Well, Hogs Fun Summit.
he's
Well,
essential,
Hogs-
mate.
I'm in a
Hogs
He's
Fun
essential,
Summit.
mate.
So carry on, Hog. Let's hear your story since Deke's done fuck all.
I will say in Banjo's defence, you taking the huff because he called you a cunt. Bit of a cheek, considering how often both of us call him a cunt
I
on
know,
a fucking
aye.
daily
Exactly,
basis.
aye. Fuck yous, man. I've set up this whole
Aye.
fucking system just for us to do this podcast.
Mate,
Right. See, you had my
mate,
support
you
and
really
then you
need to be
lost it.
quiet.
You had my support for about 10 seconds there, and then you fucked it for yourself being a fucking idiot.
Yeah, maybe step the boundaries there.
This is why we both think you're a cunt.
It's because you're
Well,
a cunt.
You're a cunt for not doing
But-
any research, and Hog's a cunt for throwing it in other folks' faces when they've not done any research.
Ken. What a piece of shit I am for making this whole thing
Mm.
happen. Anyway, Italian mayors lose it at people refusing to self-isolate. Did you see this?
What?
Wait,
There
no,
was
I couldn't
people-
hear anything there.
Ken, Italy's got this bad,
What did you
right?
say there?
Mate. Italian mayors lose it at people refusing to self-isolate. You see this? I told you about this the other night, Dee.
Wait,
There are
say,
peop-
say that again, Mate. I don't know.
Mate!
If you're fucking up.
What are you doing? We're an hour in. How's your headphones fucked
I
up now?
didn't care. It just your voice went crackly. I don't know if my internet dipped or something.
Right.
It sounds,
Are we
it
ready to
sounds
go?
like that for you this entire podcast, man. It's just Deke. I hear it, him pausing in and out.
It's my internet like dropping then.
Aye, but that's why we're recording it locally. So
We
that-
should have
aye.
maybe
Hopefully-
done this in intervals, like to actually check.
Oh well, we're an hour and 15 minutes, or an hour and 5 minutes in now,
Yeah,
so
bit-
it doesn't fucking matter.
Bit late.
Yeah.
I know we're fine. Carry on. Sorry.
Right. Third time's the charm. Italian mayors lose it at people refusing to self-isolate. So fucking all these Italians, where it's really bad, are still trying to plan like fucking graduation parties and shit like that, and doing all their stuff and going out and being cunts and that and not listening. And he was like, somebody asked him about it, and he was like, "We will send police with flamethrowers if folk didn't stop doing this."
That
And that's the fucking attitude they have right
Aye.
now. And I
Did
respect
you see
that.
that
It's the same
video? There was I think the guy must have been drunk or whatever, and then there was a guy, the police pointing a gun at him, and then another policeman snuck behind him, and then booted his fucking legs out under him, like totally clean out under him, and then the guy just hit the deck, knocked his cell out because he smashed his head off the ground.
No.
Did you see
Shout
that?
out. Didn't see
No,
it.
man, you should
No.
search for that. Like it was class.
I would say
You'd laugh at
I would
that.
say post it in the Discord, but you'll not get how to.
Not a clue. Not a clue.
Aye. It's open, but he's no idea what was happening with it. But no, I seen that. I was like, fucking hell, this cunt's gone mad.
But so he fucking should.
He should
And I'll
be,
be f-
especially in Italy.
Yeah.
I would have maybe.
Like-
I wouldn't have chose a flamethrower.
I didn't ken how bad it has to get for folk to be like, Ken, what? Maybe we'll stop fucking about and actually do his work.
Ken, what it needs? It needs people. Ken, what folk actually need? They need somebody that's close to them to get it and be seriously ill, and then they'll start taking it seriously.
Aye.
Because right now it's that thing where it still seems, if you don't know anybody with it, it still seems so like far away and
Yeah.
distant that you're like, oh, this doesn't actually affect me. It'll take like folk that they can to get it before
Have you
they're
seen
like,
any
aye,
proof
we
of
should
it
maybe
though?
do something.
Banjo, shut the fuck up. I'm not doing
Here
this.
we
with
go.
you.
Here we go. Let's go down this road. What do you mean
Like,
proof?
do you know anyone with it?
No.
Hmm.
Therefore, it can't exist. Is that what you're saying?
I didn't ken anybody that's been in a film, but I still ken the Avengers films came out.
But you've seen that.
Wait, I don't know what your point is.
maybe it's-
Just because I can't see it doesn't mean it's not happening.
Maybe it's just like media. I'm just talking about the coronavirus in general.
What do you think it's a made
No,
up?
no,
one?
no.
what you're
I
saying
don't
is
think it's
because
made
you
up.
don't-
I think it's legit.
Bec-
Like, I'm just saying. Maybe
Because you've not seen anybody that's got it, probably more than likely because they're in fucking isolation or quarantine,
Mm-hmm.
you can still find out the names of people that have it
Oh, can you?
and have died from it. Yes. Like, Ken, how there's been stories floating about
Can
on
I?
Facebook being
Can
like
I
this,
see
this
who's got it
18-year-old
in my
lassie
area?
fate. No, it's not
No.
like a fucking app, you dick.
They
It's
should.
not like Tinder.
That'd be handy.
Get what I mean?
Why
Oh,
would that
corona
be?
victims near me. That's not how it works.
Aye.
Maybe
Okay,
we
I
can
mean-
start that app up.
No. You need to get it, you do, and I hope it kills you. Because you're doing my fucking doing what you
Fucking
What's
hell,
wrong
man.
with that app though? You came where paedophiles are
I mean,
in the
it-
area. Like, what about coronavirus victims? Like,
The problem with it is not everybody knows. Like, not everybody gets tested when they think they have it.
hey, but
That's
you
the point.
could
Like,
have like a table, like maybe have it, definitely have it, like, or just like flu
Like
symptoms.
red, amber,
kinda
and
thing.
green.
Aye.
So what would be the advantage of having this app? If you're already being told to stay in the house and not see anybody, just knowing where they are is not going to help you because you shouldn't be going there anyway.
Well,
Correct?
but my internet tells me where single mums are 3 miles away from me. That's handy. Like, it's the same kind of concept.
Yeah, but you're not hearing what I'm saying to you, right? It's handy for you to know where single mums are 3 miles away or whatever, because the implication is you can go and shag them, right? If you know where somebody who has coronavirus is, that information doesn't help you because you shouldn't be leaving the house anyway.
I'll have you
Know what I'm
know
saying?
it's because he's a babysitter. Thank you.
Yeah, well, my bad.
It's-
But Kim,
Right,
what I'm
well,
saying,
if it-
see my point. You shouldn't be going to see them anyway, and you shouldn't be going to where they are anyway. So why know
you
where
could
they
say
are?
the same for paedophiles.
What?
Like, you're
No,
not getting
because
near
you
them.
Is there an app? Wait. Is there an app that shows you where paedophiles are? Have I missed this?
I don't know, but that'd be a good app too. these are multi-million fucking, like, we could make this a business, like.
Banjo, you didn't need to ken on an app. where
Paedophiles near me.
paedophiles are.
Why would you want to know that?
You
Well, I
can-
guess you would want to know. But they've got. Is there not that thing where if they move into the neighbourhood or whatever, they've got to make themselves
But
known
do
or
they?
shit like
though?
that?
Like,
Or they get.
I know there's
do they not
paedophiles in
send a letter
Dubai.
as well, though?
There's paedophiles in Dubai,
Yeah, is
but
there-
nobody's chapped on my fucking door to tell me that they're there.
Because you.
Because you're never in.
Aye.
Nobody's
You're in other
nobody's
places.
chapped this door.
You're not a homeowner.
Nobody's chapped this door to say that they're a paedophile.
Can I ask Mandy?
No, because
Can I ask Mandy or
Dad!
George?
Dad!
No offence, Sean, but there's no paedophile once needy. That's why you.
There
didn't
is.
tell-
There
No, but
is.
You're not away. You're not a Wayne.
So they're not going to chap the door and ask for their Wayne and then be like, "Oh, I'm a paedophile. Nice to meet you. You want to go to the park later? I've got treats." Like,
I mean, you get an. Do you not get like a notification? Like
I think you
I know.
did.
there's a
right,
paedophile.
give me a minute. I'm
3
going
doors
I'm
down.
to grab mum or dad.
Here we fucking go.
I didn't get what he means.
Neither do I. Like, I see what he's saying. Oh, you should have an app to show you where paedophiles are. But then at the same time, what I'm saying is, they make themselves known.
Aye.
I'm pretty sure, or you get informed.
Do you know
Like there was a paedophile in CD, and everybody in CD knew who he was.
Aye, because there was what you call a register for it.
Dad.
Yeah, they get registered.
Chapped this door to say that, "Hey, I'm fucking so and so. I'm a paedophile. What's moved into the area?" No, see, they've not. None of them. Like, we haven't got notified. But
All right, cheers
should
for
they
that,
not be
Daniel.
doing that?
At the petition to the government, mate, and then get it done.
Have you had any letters through the door?
Are you saying that there's paedophiles, confirmed paedophiles in Dubai that you
there
don't
is.
know
Aye.
about?
No, I know about them.
Those in Dubai.
And there is.
Okay.
I could name a couple.
Aye, that's what we're saying. Right.
Go for it.
I better not. Like.
Point is, your app's stupid.
No, it's not. It's fucking spot on.
No, the Coronian.
The Coronian's stupid.
How?
You get on that paedophile, you know.
Aye. Well,
Aye, get on the
you'll be able
paedophile.
to set that
That's
up.
a public
You'll be able to
service.
set that up.
Is this one of these things where you're like, oh, this is my idea and it's a really good
Aye,
idea?
but
Oh,
let's
good
get
it.
you do it. Aye. How?
No. I didn't want
I've
to.
gone fucking 60-40 with you.
Do it for the
60-40 for doing fuck all. You've some fucking
Came up with
cheat.
the idea.
do it for the children.
Aye. Oh, I'd spent 2 seconds coming up with this idea. Hog, spend over a year developing this fucking program for me, and you can get 40% of it.
I'm getting 60% here.
Aye, no, that's what I'm saying.
Aye.
Oh, okay, your guys spend over a year doing this, but you're only going to get 40%
Take you
doing
a
it.
year to make a fucking app to see where the paedophiles are.
Aye. Have you any idea? Well, clearly you don't. 'Cause you didn't even get out to set up a fucking
Well,
computer
it took
and
you
Google
an
it.
hour and-
See, mate, it's not just 2 weeks or some shit like that to develop an app that actually works, that is accurate and does what it needs
How?
to do. It's a very long fucking
For an
process.
app.
Yes.
Hmm.
For one person especially, who's never done
Can
it
you not
before.
just copy
Yes, it
Google
would take
Maps
ages.
and then just put like a wee fucking make a wee paedophile icon and then stick it on like Google Maps?
Mate, if you could, if it's that easy, you do it.
You'd be able to do it. Just
Shut up, mate.
screenshots.
Point is,
Screenshot.
coronavirus is no. There's no point in having an app that shows you. That's my point. Fuck your paedophile thing.
Paedophilia
The
was a good job.
coronavirus is stupid.
What?
Aye, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the coronavirus. There's no point.
Keep away from these people that you should be keeping away from anyway.
Aye,
No.
keep away from all these folk that you shouldn't be seeing.
Like paedophiles.
Right, whatever, mate. Are we moving on for this fucking conversation before my brain implodes?
Just before my brain tries to kill itself. It's weird, man. There's been nothing else happening, is there?
Not really.
It's just
Everybody's just.
there's nothing going on.
I've not heard Brexit in a wee while, which is
Aye.
nice.
Is that still happening?
But
It-
aye,
It's already over, man. We've got Boris Johnson leading the charge.
I
See-
don't know what's happening with the negotiations
See,
of that.
great.
Let me actually Google
is Nicola
Brexit
is
real
Nicola
fast.
Sturgeon not in charge of Scotland?
She's the
She's the
first
first minister.
So does that mean she came second in the election?
No, we've been over this, Sean.
No, we haven't. So why is it
Aye,
when
she-
Boris says something
She's
like none of us took Kingy, but as soon as Nicola Sturgeon said, we're like, oh shit, we better go with this.
Is that what
What?
happened?
That's what. Well,
I don't
might
think it
work.
is.
don't think
Might
it
work.
is.
Like when Boris said something, they were like, "Oh, we're fine. We'll look into it." And then the minute Nicola Sturgeon said something, right? Aye, we're shutting down.
Well, your worker fucking
Aye.
idiots, man.
That's what I was going to say. Well, they employ you for a start.
Aye. Step one, employ Banjo, fucking idiot.
But
Because the prime minister of the country said you should shut, and they were like, no, that makes you a fucking idiot.
I don't even think that's how it happened. I'm sure Nicola Sturgeon was talking about like, oh, I wanted. Ugh, wait, now I'm yawning. I wanted a lockdown and that, but then nobody wanted to do it because Boris hadn't said anything. And then after he did, folk were like, "Oh well, he never actually said we're in lockdown." And you're like,
Aye,
"You're in lockdown, you fuck. Can't him.
aye.
Stop pissing me
Get
off."
yourself home.
It's unreal, man. The amount of folk that have just ignored it.
Mm-hmm.
Like we've got a woman that comes into the co-op, and she comes in. She'll get like she'll spend like 15 minutes buying scratch cards and scratching them, then buying more and cashing other ends,
That fucking annoys me.
buying more,
Like,
and
you
then
shouldn't be able to
scratching
do
them and
that.
doing whatever. But she does. Well, she'll say, like I say, she'll spend like 15, 20 minutes doing that in the co-op. Then she'll go to Wilco's, do the same. Then she'll go to Spar and do the same. Then she'll go to Tesco's and do the same. Then come back to the co-op and do it all again, and just keeps. That's what she does for a good chunk of her day.
is that
Like
not
I'd say,
classed
she must
as
spend 3 or 4
unreasonable
hours.
gambling? Like gambling irresponsibly.
No,
Yeah, but
she
that's
can,
not, it's not against the law to gamble irresponsibly. It's just something you shouldn't do.
aye. She's just a fucking idiot with a gambling problem, basically.
Gambling's
Like, she's
legal.
like a-
Like
aye,
you can't be arrested for gambling on something like a scratch card, but they say gamble responsibly because they're like, if you keep doing it, you're gonna end up in mad debt and shit.
Aye.
There should be a
That's where
cap
the-
on
like-
how many you can buy, though.
No, have you never heard the saying, the house always wins?
Aye.
Yeah.
Banjo.
Aye, but there should be a cap on how many you can buy.
No, it's you can't tell folk what they can and can't do.
No, you can only buy one
Within
fucking
reason.
one chicken in co-op. They only 10, only 5,
Aye, but that's within
only
reason.
5 scratch cards.
That's within reason, though, in a time where people are panic buying. So to reduce the people that are panic buying, they bring in this rule that says you can only buy one.
Aye.
To say that you can only buy 5 scratch cards a day or whatever it is you want a day
In that shop at
is
one
an
time.
unreasonable thing. It's an unreasonable thing to say because you're allowed to spend your money on whatever you want to spend your money on as long as it's a legal thing, and gambling is legal. I see what you mean in terms of limiting it, but I just don't think it's a reasonable thing that will happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like, I get your point. I did get your point. With like, in order to limit these people doing it, there should be a limit of like 5 in one transaction or whatever. But then what Deke's saying is this lassie gans for the co-op to Tesco's to Spar to Wilco's to whatever. Like, she's just gonna get them all anyway and then come back.
Aye.
You know what I mean? So if it's 5 per transaction or whatever, like say 5 per transaction, she could just buy 5, go to another shop, come back. Somebody else is on the till, she can buy 5 more anyway. You know? Like, I see what you're saying, and it's a good idea, but it's hard to enforce. Would be
what do you think of the drinking thing in Scotland?
Because there's like, say if you can only buy 5 scratch cards, right? Somebody that's like, say, us, we'd be like, we can only buy 5. But maybe there's a guy that's a multimillionaire that can afford another 5 million on top of that.
Yeah.
And he's like,
he doesn't need scratch cards if he's a multimillionaire.
It's not a problem.
But that's not the point.
My point is...
What they keep saying is, gambling negatively affects poor people the worst, right? So it would make sense to bring in a law that would say you can only buy 5. But say somebody who's like a lawyer who loves scratch cards for some reason, who's on like 200 grand a year or some shit like that. Why they can afford more than 5? So is it unfair to then limit them to 5? You know what I mean?
But my point was that she's going around shops constantly all day, buying scratch cards.
What's your thoughts on the 10 o'clock to 10 o'clock drinking?
What do you mean?
Like, kind of, you're not allowed to buy alcohol before 10 o'clock in the morning and after 10 o'clock at night.
Aye.
Do you agree with that?
Aye.
I don't.
It's not so much.
I finish work at 1 in the morning.
To try and help pubs. It's to try and help pubs stay open.
There is an element of like protecting people's health at the same time as well.
Aye, you can't.
People that abuse it,
like you shouldn't be wanting to go into the co-op or Tesco's or whatever for a bottle of brandy at 8 o'clock in the morning for your breakfast.
No, but I finish work. I finish work at 1 o'clock.
It's to try and help people drink responsibly.
I finish work at 1 o'clock in the morning. I wouldn't mind a drink after it. Drink.
Then buy it before you go to work.
Nah.
Buy it before you go to work. That's what I do.
Have time.
If I'm working back shift and I'm like, I'm like, I'm getting off. Like on a Friday back shift is a perfect example. Like I get in on a Friday night after back shift. I'm like, I'm getting to sit down and have a couple of cans or whatever. Before I get to work at 2 o'clock, I go to the shop, buy the cans and leave them in the house. And then when I come back, they're here. And I didn't need to worry about it.
That's a pain in the arse.
Is it?
It's absolute bullshit because it's a minor inconvenience for you.
Aye.
Is that
it
what
means
you're
I have to
tell
leave
me?
my house.
That's
like,
exactly it.
Did you say you didn't have time?
See, the thing is,
you don't start work till 4 o'clock.
Even if they were open,
still.
even if you could buy it 24/7, you're still going to have to go into the shop and buy it. What difference does it make?
I know, but it'd be on my way home.
Going on your way there, then.
I didn't care if I fancy it on the way there.
Well, that's your problem then, isn't it?
I don't know if I want it, but I'd like the option.
I mean, it depends how hard the shift is.
Then buy it. Then buy it and leave it in the house. And if you get in and you didn't want a drink, here's a mad idea. Didn't drink it.
That's like saying like, I fancied the McDonald's at 3 o'clock in the morning, but it wasn't open, so they should just be open 24/7 for me.
Well, they should.
Just in case.
I spoke to McDonald's in Dumfries, and they says they were trying to get 24 hours.
I spoke to the manager.
No, they were trying to get 24 hours, but the wee fucking dafties in the cars that sit in the car park, they couldn't get the license to it because they sit there revving their fucking engines. It'd be a noise. It's a noise thingy they got rejected on.
Noise pollution.
Aye.
Yeah.
It's because they just sit and rev their cars because they tried to get it 24/7. But they have to shut at 1 in the morning, and then that's when I finish work.
What they should do? They should get a wee thing, like a wee ticket thing.
Aye.
Like just a guy sitting there, and he's like, "Nah, you've been in 3 days in a row. You've bought fuck all except your milkshake. Fuck off. You're not just sitting in that car park all day. Fuck off." But then you've got to pay somebody to do that, and it's probably not worth it.
Coincidentally, all McDonald's are shut anyway right now.
Yeah.
Did you see the queue?
Did you see the queues on Facebook and that?
I drove past, I got to work.
Queuing to get a Big Mac and shit.
Mate,
get a fucking grip.
I like a McDonald's, but it's not that good.
It's not. It's not. I'm not going to buy like 15 Big Macs, freeze them, so I
Aye.
can have you in next week.
Like that
You know what I mean?
shows you how fucked up folk are in this fucking country. They're going to go and panic buy McDonald's just because it's shut.
See if I got to the kebab
You
house.
weren't even going to have a McDonald's this week, but now you're buying 10 of them because you heard it might shut. You're like a Wayne. You've been told you can't have something, so now that's all you want.
I need all of it.
But if I got to the
folk are
kebab
fucking
place,
idiots.
right? I got a kebab place in
Right.
Dubai, and I get a massive burger, like a half-pounder burger, and it is stacked, and it's fucking well nice. And I
Right.
get like a can of juice and maybe a wee bit of
Right.
doner meat. That'll cost me a
Right.
fiver. Right? I got a McDonald's,
Right.
and I'll get a shitty burger.
A fiver?
Aye, like
Is that what it is?
It's like £5-6.
That's a good deal.
Aye. But then
What,
you
for a burger and some doner meat and a drink.
no, like, you get the wee deals like that, and then a fucking like for £6.
That's really good for £6.
Fucking weird
Anyway,
shout out. Where'd you get that?
that's a fucking. See if you were guys asked for that, it'd be more than £6.
Like,
60.
but you got to McDonald's anyways, and then you get that shitty burger, and like with chips, and then that juice or whatever, and it's like £15.
Right, steady.
It is.
Ah, it's not
Genuine
that
is.
expensive.
It's
cheap
over a
as fuck.
tenner.
You're
No,
get-
it's not. It's over a tenner
No,
every time.
for a Big Mac, chips, and a drink. You must be
No, it's
fucking
not.
high.
It's nowhere near
Aye,
a
it
tenner.
is.
It's
A
about
tenner.
£6.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Let me
It
just
is.
pull this up.
It
I'll pull this up
definitely
real fast.
fucking
I'll
is. If
get
you're paying
I'll get you
McDonald's
one of the
menu.
burgers, the big burgers.
Right, wait. Let me pull up McDonald's menu. Online menu.
if
Here
you've
we go.
been paying,
Right, so Banjo, what would you have? A Big
no,
Mac?
no,
Is it a grand
I
Big
wouldn't
Mac?
have a Big Mac. I would have the the fucking Ken the thing where
Right.
it's got like it's got the barbecue sauce or whatever. It's got this.
Sticky and sweet barbecue chicken.
I don't know what that is, but Ken the thing where it's
That's
like a
shit.
weekly thing, a new burger every day kind of thing.
the signature burger.
No, not a signature because that's there constantly.
My God. Right, what's new? Is that it?
Maybe
What does it have
they're,
on
they're
it?
about the same price as a Big Mac.
It's like-
Add a pound on.
it's like a same.
Add a
It's
pound
the
on
same
to a
thing
Big Mac.
where it's like there's a chicken burger of the day, and then it's like a New Yorker the morn, and then like a San Francisco.
Right.
Their signature
Right.
collection.
No, because the signature collection's just that set burger.
McDonald's menu. And prices. That's what we need. Here we go.
Google just says
Burgerlad.com. Let's get it. Right, so a Big Mac,
No, it's-
individual
it's,
price.
It's not
Or
a Big
wait,
Mac.
Wait,
Not a Big
no,
Mac.
sure. Right. I'm going to tell you what a Big Mac is, right? So shut up. Right, so wait, is a Big Mac medium extra value meal? Is that the meal you get the chips with?
I don't get that.
No. Do you get chips with a
Aye.
meal? Is what I'm
Aye.
asking you.
Get a
Right.
large
burger,
meal
chips, drink.
and then get a coffee.
Right, so a large
and
meal.
a large coffee.
A large meal is a large Big Mac meal is $5.29, right?
Right.
So let's say your signature thing is an extra £1, right?
Right.
Would that be fair? So $6.20.
No, because it's
And a
£5
drink
on
you
its
get-
own.
No, it's not.
No, not according to the fucking this. And how much you got a coffee as well? A black coffee.
Nah, toffee latte.
That's $1.89, right? So let's even be generous, right? And say that this signature thing with the chips is £6. £7. Even if it's £7, it's still not even a tenner for that and a
Throw in
coffee.
some cheese bites.
Well, you're wrong. It's never near a
What's
tenner.
cheese bites on top of that?
I'm not going through this whole menu and like
For a hypothetical order that you
For
can't
a-
get because it's
I
shit.
would
Aye.
order that. I don't eat
You
it.
went
I have
totally
one
off
cheese
track
bite
here.
and then I get put off it.
we have went totally off track.
Aye.
What were we talking about?
Well, his point was like this wee burger bit. Because McDonald's is shut, this wee burger bit is actually really good, and McDonald's is expensive as fuck. and it's
McDonald's
shit.
is expensive as
actual
fuck
fact-
for what it is.
It's not.
For what
it's
it is,
cheap as
it's
fuck.
shit.
Because
It's cheap
it's
as
shit.
fuck.
It's shit.
It's cheap as fuck because it's shit.
It's
If you get a Big Mac with chips, it's $5.29. That's cheap as fuck for a burger and chips.
no, it's not. For the size, the burger's shit.
For a large Big
You,
Mac,
you get a
and
burger at the
chips,
kebab bit and it's double the size.
right?
For the same
And
price.
that's why I was so impressed when you said, but you said you got doner meat and a drink with it
I was using that as
for
an
£6.
example.
You said you got. So you didn't actually get the burger, the doner
Look
meat,
at Dante's
and a can
menu.
for
Look
£6.
at Dante's menu in Dumfries.
Mate, I'm not looking through fucking local takeaway menus to figure out where the best deal is. If somebody wants to do that, they can do it. On
They're
their
all
own
shut
fucking time,
anyway.
right? But Ken, fucking Jesus. Point is, Burger King shits on McDonald's, so let's just leave it at that. Right. Can I handle another fucking 10 minutes of this, or are we fucking calling
He's been
it?
to KFC often lately.
I did when I was in Germany, and it wasn't that
You're
great.
in Dumfries, man. You order something, you're waiting there half an hour just to get it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right, are we done? Because please let us be done.
I don't know.
My internet's shit in the bed again, by the way.
Cool.
Oh, that's not good.
Right, we're calling it, lads.
Okay.
Sweet.
Do your outro.
Deek.
What, am I to do it?
Aye.
You know what I do it
Just
anymore.
somebody
Nah,
do
I'm
it.
Well, thanks very much for listening, boys and girls. Enjoy your quarantine. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Shite bag if you didn't.
Shite bag if you didn't.
We'll be back
Enjoy
next
your
week.
quarantine, boys. Good luck.
We'll be back next
Stay
week.
safe.
Again, sorry if the audio's fuck.
We'll be
and
back.
shit.
We'll be back next week if we're not dead. Bye.